Hempstead, our Mayor Don Ryan, the Village Hempstead Board of Trustees, our County Executive Laura Curran, Commissioner of Police Patrick RYDER, Nassau County Legislator SIELA BYNOE, Nassau County Minority Leader Kevon Abrams, the Village of Hempstead Trustee-elect Waylon Hobbs Jr., the Nassau Chief of Police, Department of Police, Stephen Palmer, Chief of Detectives, Neil DeLargy, the Deputy Chief of Detectives, Assistant Chief Tom DePola, Hempstead Village Police Chief Paul Johnson, Hempstead Village Assistant Police Chief Patrick Cook, Mayor Wayne J. Hall, Senior Councilwoman Dorothy Gooseby, all clergy, civic, and social leaders that have gathered. I want to welcome all of you here to our wonderful village. Today we are here to discuss a topic of utmost importance, the safety and protection of our residents and our community. Over the next several minutes, you'll be hearing about a program launched by the Nassau County Police Department in conjunction with the Hempstead Village Police Department. Instrumental in creating and supporting this program are the Nassau County Police Commissioner Patrick RYDER, County Executive Laura Curran, as well as County Legislators Minority Leader Kevon Abrams and Legislator SIELA BYNOE. Without further delay, please welcome our County Executive Laura Curran, who will tell us more about this initiative, along with the several other speakers who will follow.
Thank you very much, Dr. Gates, and good morning, everyone. I want to give a special thanks to Legislator SIELA BYNOE, who helped facilitate the initial conversations to make this initiative a reality, so thank you for that. We all stand here united with one priority, and that is the safety of all of our residents in all of our communities. We simply do not accept the persistence of gang violence in our communities. In fact, we have zero tolerance for it. Nassau County Police and Hempstead Village Police are working jointly and cohesively with our federal, state, and local partners to stamp out the violence and crime we've seen in the village of Hempstead and surrounding areas. Our anti-gang strategy is comprehensive. It involves 1, appropriate deployment of resources, street arrests for drug trafficking, developing investigative leads, identifying residences and locations of concern, and mapping hotspots. All of those 5 things add up to a zero-tolerance approach. The strategy has been showing real results, as you see right here in front of us. This gun, for instance, was as a result of a search warrant through this initiative. As were these drugs. I want to thank the men and women in law enforcement in the County Police Department and the Village Police Department and their departments for their cooperation and their dedication and their very hard work. To our law enforcement officers who are putting their lives on the line every single day, we have your back. And I speak for all residents of the county when I say we are grateful for your service every single day. We look forward to continuing to work with the Hempstead community, with the Hempstead Police, in continuing this initiative to improve the safety, the quality of life, and the overall community here in Hempstead Village. Thank you very much. I would like to turn it over now to Hempstead Village Mayor Don Ryan.
Thank you very much, County Executive, and thank you all for coming today. As the County Executive pointed out, the safety and protection of our residents is our top priority. Mayor Hall, I got to say hello to you. I'm very proud of every member of the Hempstead Village Police Department. We're 120 strong, and our men and women 24/7, 365 a year, work on behalf of our residents. The overall crime in the village of Hempstead actually has decreased a bit during the last 5 years, but recently there's been a spike in homicides and shots fired, and this cannot be ignored. That's why we're here today with the Nassau County Police Department to announce steps that are being taken to address the situation. The Hempstead Village Police Department has a strong working relationship with Nassau County Police Department. We stand united. Chief Johnson will be talking in a moment, and he'll verify same. I'd also like to thank the Nassau County legislators. I'd like to thank SIELA and CURRAN. And you know, when you're known by just your first name, you know you got to be important. So I want to thank them for what they have done. In fact, SIELA BYNOE called the first meeting. Did she not, county executive? And we got together with Pat RYDER, our commissioner in Nassau County, and Paul Johnson, our local police chief, and we started to map out the fruition of which now is coming to truth today, and we appreciate that. So I just wanted to mention that I am proud of the effort, and I do want to take one moment to bring up to the mic to share a little bit of the time with me our trustee-elect, Bishop Waylon Hobbs. Let's greet him, please. So working together for the common good is what this is all about. Bishop, would you take that theme?
Thank you. To our county executive, to police commissioner, to the clergy, to our legislators, to all of our elected officials, I'm excited to stand here as we support this collaborative effort. Serving as deputy mayor under Mayor Wayne Hall, we had an opportunity to see crime go down in the village of Hempstead, and I believe that it's with this joint effort that we can continue to see our village move in a safe direction. And it is also important that the residents of the village of Hempstead partner in with the police department, and let's report the things that we see. Thank you so much.
Good morning. So we started this initiative 2 weeks ago, March 14th. Myself, Legislator BYNOE, the county executive, and Chief Johnson were in a room, and we decided that we needed to move forward with a strategy that works together as a team. It's not that there's one department better than the other. We're all one department in this county. We're all working towards the same goal, and that's the public safety here in Nassau County, and especially here in the village of Hempstead. So on the 14th, we rolled it out, and we cooperated in that group that came in, Nassau County Narcotics, the gang unit from Nassau County, our BSO, our Criminal Intelligence Rapid Response Team, the Long Island Heroin Task Force, ATF, DEA, Homeland, FBI, Nassau County Probation, New York State Parole, and the leader of this entire task force is the Hempstead Police Department. It's their backyard, they're running the show, and we're working with them to make sure that we get the job done. Over the 14 days, we had 100 arrests as of just 2 last night from a search warrant and another where we took 2 more guns. There was 12 felony arrests, 8 were for criminal possession of a weapon. 5 of those were firearms. There was intimidating a witness and arson, 75 misdemeanors, 6 warrants. 25 known gang members were arrested and taken off the street, and the 6 firearms, 4 that you see here below, were also in that. Of those group, 13 of those were Bloods, 6 were Crips, 4 were MS-13, and 2 were the 18th Street. One of the most recent arrests was last night. We executed a search warrant. Gregory McToodle and his son, Enos McToodle, age 49, of 100 Terrace Avenue in Hempstead. In that home, we recovered that .380 that you saw the county exec hold up a minute ago, 324 bags of heroin, 32 grams of heroin, 81 grams of cocaine, marijuana and THC edibles. Gregory McToodle is being charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance third, criminal possession of a firearm, criminal possession of a weapon. Defendant has priors for criminal possession of controlled substance. He is a blood gang member. Enos Toodle, charged with criminal possession of a controlled substance third, 2 counts of criminal possession of a firearm, has no priors. Another arrest that occurred also last night, our COPE unit was sitting on a side street over on Remsen Avenue. Shot rang out about 9:50. Both ShotSpotter, the detection unit that we have here, the software, detected it. Also, the cops heard the shot. The individual, Justin Lewis, walked by them, dropped the gun underneath a car. There was a little foot chase. Mr. Lewis was arrested, and he was carrying that Browning 9mm handgun you see to my left. He also had 4.6 grams of heroin on him. Total drugs recovered so far are 100 grams of crack cocaine, street value of $4,500. Another 75 grams of heroin, street value of $10,000. We also seized approximately $30,000 of U.S. currency. This is an intelligence-led initiative. Again, it is the backyard of Chief Johnson, and we are working hand in hand and step by step with him and his people. We're cooperating with all our federal partners, and the objective here is one, and it's simple. We're going to make sure that the people here in Hempstead, along with the people in Nassau County, are protected and know that they should be free to walk throughout the streets and not have to worry about gun violence. We just had a conversation behind closed doors with the county exec, Legislator BYNOE, Councilwoman Goodsby, and of course Chief Johnson and the mayor. And we're going to bring in the Too Good for Drugs program, which they're going to dedicate resources to. And we're bringing back the GREAT program, the Gang Resistance Education and Training. It'll be paid for by the Asset Forfeiture Program of the Nassau County Police Department, and that'll bring education and help build those kids from a younger age within the school. And the mayor announced also that he will be adding an extra patrol car during the hours of them day hours of 12 noon to 10 at night. So you'll see a bigger presence in the street, and the people will feel safer and more secure in this beautiful village of Hempstead. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'd like to thank County Executive CURRAN, Police Commissioner RYDER, and Legislator BYNOE for joining us here today to address these issues and for the support they are providing to our Hempstead Police Department. The increased manpower that they will be providing is a welcome addition to the village police force. It will further support our men and women in uniform who serve the village with pride and dignity. I'd also like to say a big round of thanks also extended to from our police department to the Nassau County Legislator, especially Legislators BYNOE and Kevon Abrams. They both recently secured grant money that will be used to purchase new safety equipment, including sophisticated license plate readers, street cameras, and also to upgrade our technology. In addition to today's announcement, the Hempstead Police Department is currently working with local civic associations and community leaders, and we expect to be rolling out several new law enforcement initiatives in the coming months. Details concerning these programs will be announced as they come to light. Thank you.
So I'll close out the speakers by thanking the County Executive Laura Curran, Commissioner RYDER, as well as Mayor Ryan and Paul Johnson, Chief of Village of Hempstead Police Department. It's their collaborative nature that allowed this initiative to take seed. It really wasn't a hard ask. I came to the table and asked them to assist, and the resources just flowed out. We had a series of different working meetings, and those working meetings culminated in this initiative. The hard work of the men and women of the police departments of both the Village of Hempstead and Nassau County has already materialized on drugs and guns coming off our streets. I think that really welcomes a round of applause. Our streets, our schools will be safer. This is an initiative that is being announced today, but as already stated, the hard work has already begun. I am hopeful that this initiative will be able to be sustained by asset forfeiture, but also by resources provided by the Village of Hempstead. I'm sure that we will be able to continue to report back to our communities that our work is not in vain and that their support is most needed and will be most reported. So to that end, again, a round of applause, a thank you to our executive level of government and our police commissioners. I thank you.
I'd like to introduce Senior Councilwoman, Town of Hempstead, Dorothy Goodsby.
Thank you so much for all that you're doing for this community. I live here, have lived here almost 50 years, and I'm going to see the change of the way it was when I first came here. So I thank you so much for what you're doing and the funds that you're bringing in order to do it. Thank you, Legislator BYNOE, for having the initiative to start this, and Legislator Kevon Abrams. So I'm very happy for my community because many of us are afraid to come out of our homes in the evening. So at night, we don't come. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
I don't know.
Thank you.
Thank you. There we go.